Okay. Yeah, keep the sticks rolling. Hey, bitch, I be hot, me and money got tied. She come in steps, but I'm never surprised. I don't know, trust them, they all go for size.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big dog.
Gang.
I think firstly, Big Dog, we must apologize to our watchers, because it's been quite a while since we recorded, but we tried to last week, but we got technical issues. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys, for that. Technical issues. But yeah, this season's about consistency. No excuses from
Yeah.
our side. We want to keep a weekly content. So yeah, we're back. We're back with another one, baby. We're back with
We
another one.
back, dog. We've been having like technical issues. I think for the past 2 weeks, but even like especially last week where we tried to record. But yeah, we're back, man. Like we're back. We've also like I think the international break came too way too soon as always. But yeah, like, the show moves, bit. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, just on that, Big Dog, did you see, man, that there's going to be another one in October and after that in November as well? So 4 weeks
Yeah,
played.
I think there's like 2 or 3 more until like they go to recess until next year March, or the AFCON actually for obviously for the African nations or the African countries, but I think there's like um, 2 more international breaks, and then but yes, it's like like international break my year, man, fit man. We're still enjoying club football. We've missed club football, bruh. The club World Cup doesn't count, fit. But this is proper club football, like league football. We've missed it, fit. All of a sudden we have like 2 more international breaks. But I guess fit, we've been like complaining every year about this. Every single fan from around the world is complaining about this. But yeah, cooked in.
Yeah, and you know what, Big Dog? Me and you, we love football more than, as much as the next person, But I feel
Yeah,
like it's just too much football, bro. I feel like it's too
it
much
is,
football,
dog.
even for like the players as people and humans, bro. Like when
Mm,
are they gonna get the rest? I just feel like it's too much football. But I guess it's part and parcel of those contracts that they sign with
yeah, it
FIFA and
is.
with yeah. But
I think
otherwise,
now,
big
well, like it doesn't help complaining about the amount of games they've been playing. They knew what they got themselves into, and now football is all about business, yeah, boy, and who can make the most money, and yeah, boy, and getting all these like celebrities, and getting America involved into football as well. Yeah, boy, it's just imali to flowing around, and who can make the most money out of these deals are the clubs. The people they're gonna suffer, the players they will suffer. Yeah, well, but get cooked in.
That's true shit, my dog. That's facts right there. But big dog, today, this evening, our national team, we drew obviously, but I think
Yeah,
it's making us proud because we one step closer to that World Cup. One step closer to the World Cup.
yeah,
Did you watch the game, I did?
yeah. I watched it, Fit. I watched it. Obviously we scored first, with our own goal, but at the end of the day, goal. We were quite. It was disappointing to consider a goal like that, and considering that African like nations or what's this African World Cup qualifiers that they don't have VAR, and you know how refereeing is Africa, yabo. We've seen way too many scandals happening with soccer games. We've seen games being blown off at the 85th minute. Yeah, well, but again, like as Iba from Lafana, I think we were decent. Um, but when it comes to that attacking third, for us, I think we kind of struggled because of how much power Nigeria has. You see how strong Nigerian players are. Even players like Lukman. Lukman might look tiny, but he's strong as hell. Yeah, boy. I think the one player who actually was able to handle them was Umbokazi, yeah, boy. The young centre back, 19-year-old from Orlando Pirates. And he's
Captain.
already captain for Orlando Pirates as well at 19, yeah, boy. So he was quite solid, and he won man of the match as a testament to that as well. Yeah, boy. I think for me, when it comes to South African football, football in general, I think it's generational. As a centre back, quite solid, good on the ball. He has good diagonals. He's very vocal. He's confident. So he's one player that I'm really, really looking forward to. And I hope he goes to the under 20 World Cup. But Bafana Bafana overall, I think a point. It's a fair result of the game, because I don't think we done much in the second half to score
Yeah.
goals or to create chances, So, but how did you feel about the game in Afid?
Yeah, I was about to say that as well because I watched the first half with a
Mm,
couple of colleagues at work, right? And I was telling them that first 20 minutes we were on them. We played like the home team. We played with the home
yeah,
advantage. We had nice combinations. Obviously, we got the goal as well, close to like I think the 30th minute, 35th minute, you know.
mm,
But I think after that goal, bro, we took our foot off the gas, bro. Like we let them
yeah,
grow into the game and also play, you know. Because if
mm,
you saw that goal, Kelvin Bassi started that move and he ended that move with the goal. For me,
yeah,
conceding like that in conceding like that close to halftime, that's really rookie errors that we shouldn't be doing at
yeah,
that level. It is a high level. You know, you're playing for qualifying
mm,
for AFCON as well as the World Cup. So that left a bitter taste in my mouth, you know, looking at it analytically, like, or tactically, like, how can you concede a goal going to halftime? Second
yeah,
off, I feel like second off, it was almost like we're playing a friendly now. We
mm,
don't. We're a bit too scared to attack or to go forward to get the second goal or try to kill the game because we know that in the back of our heads that a draw is a good result for us.
mm,
So I do agree with you where in the second half we didn't do enough, but it's a point
yeah,
gained. We're closer to our target, which is America 2026
mm.
after a long, long time, my G. After a long, long time of
Since
not being eligible.
2002, that's the last time we actually like qualified properly for the World Cup. 2010 doesn't count because we were the host nation, but the last time we actually qualified was 2002 for the Korea
And you
Japan
know
World
what,
Cup.
Big Dog? Yeah, and you know what was interesting for me? Um, we note our team is that we have a local core now, so PSL based players, right?
Mm,
And I really like that because you can see that these players, as much as they don't play for most of them don't play with the same teams, but there is a cohesion built because maybe they go
yeah,
to camps together as well. There's a cohesion
mm,
built that you didn't see with Nigeria. Just with Nigeria, it felt like the 11 that was put on the pitch was players that are still
yeah,
trying to understand each other, you know. So
yeah,
yeah, I really like that the fact that we have a local league now. You know, as much as
mm,
I guess the fans are not on the seats, myself included, we have a league now that's kind of growing in quality now. Obviously, Sundowns is still
mm,
dominating in terms of like trophies won, but we have
yeah,
a league where it's getting to the level where we can be proud of. Also, shout out to the MDC because we're seeing fruits of those products now, playing for the
mm.
national team and the big clubs as well. But I want to hear your thoughts on that, my G.
Yeah, I feel to like the DDC now that it's called the DDC. Obviously, it's the reserve league of the PSL. We've seen quite a few youngsters actually go and like make a mark in the first team. Like it's quite like quick examples in Kota, who's now joined a Saudi Arabian team. He was also promoted to a Pirates first team. I think he only played
Mm-hmm.
like a season and a half for the first team, and then he left for Saudi. The biggest one, Umfukeng as well. Now we're seeing Umbogazi, who's also the captain of the reserve team and is captaining now the first team as well. We've seen like quite a few even from players from Stellenbosch as well, Feed. We've seen that the centre back now was one of the best players in the under 20 World Cup, no, not under 20
Mm.
World Cup, under 20 AFCON. He's made a move to QPR. So I think ETDC or like they should give themselves like a pat on the back for that because now they're starting to produce players as well. Even all the teams around the PSL are like promoting these youngsters, bro. So I
Yeah, I
think
was
it
about
can
to,
only be good for the national team, dog.
yeah, I was about to say, don't forget Kaiser Chiefs as well. We also got young players in the first team now who come
Yeah,
from
Aiden
the
McCarthy.
development. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
I want to ask you before we move on like from South Africa. I want to ask you like how, obviously now Nigeria are fighting for their lives, but how big could it be that if Nigeria it looks like they're gonna miss out on qualify from the World Cup, but for the first time I don't know in how long, but how big would that be for them, but or how much of a blow would that be for them?
No, it's back to back World Cups for them as well that they're gonna miss out on. So it's a big blow. I mean, they're a football nation. They're not known for anything other than jollof rice. For what's that music? I don't even know
Afrobeats.
what is it. Afro beats and obviously football. So that's what they kind of known for, and obviously they just that's their culture as well. If you those elements, so it's a big blow for them, bro. It's a big blow because Nigeria, bro. They have players who I looked at them singing the anthem, and not many knew the anthem. So they've got players who are, I guess, born overseas. They've got players who got born overseas, and they play in good leagues. And for them not to make the World Cup is a big blow to their football and also maybe to their federation as well as to we've kind of recruited all these players who were maybe in the Dutch because they had a Dutch captain a couple of I think last year. Obviously, English
Yeah.
players who they took from the Andes from England. So it's a very big blow, bro. It's a very very big blow. So it might even have to make them now shift their way of how they actually recruit for the national team now. Maybe
Yeah.
to go locally. So it's a very very big
Yeah.
blow. Yeah.
Away.
But big dog. Let's move on from international football. That was the only game I watched because I missed the game on Friday, the Lesotho game.
Same
I
here.
knew it was.
Same here.
Yeah, I
It was a
knew it.
big one,
I knew.
obvious, because it's saying, most rest in peace, aka, but you have to do the not saying duty for the country. Yeah, boy, it's a derby, it's an African derby for in Ebo.
Yeah. And Gabalapa, these are our neighbors. They're from here.
Yeah, Ebo.
Lesotho. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know, man. I think me and you we always say this in national football. Unless it's a tournament, we're not really gonna watch it
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. But also big news in the Premier League, big dog. Where we're gonna be going with in today's show is Nuno Espirito Santo got the sack, and then Nottingham Forest replaced him with Ains Postecoglou. But let's just start with Nuno being sacked. What do you think of that, bro? Like, do you think it was at a good time in the season for Nottingham
Yeah.
Forest? You think maybe it could have happened at preseason or like just when before the season started, or you think this might be a bad move for the future of
For
Nottingham
me,
Forest?
Fito, something big must have gone on between Unono and the owner of Nottingham Forest, because last year they were in a good spot. Fito. They actually qualified for Europe. It's just a pity that Crystal Palace had to miss out on Europa League, and Nottingham Forest goes into Europa League, and then Palace goes to the conference. But at the end of the day, Unono qualified for European football with Nottingham Forest in a long, long, long time. Obviously, they two-time Champions League winners, but now like Unono brought them back to Europe, and I think they had a good chance of doing well in the conference about conference league. I don't know how well they're going to do with Europa League because there are some strong teams there. But in the Conference League, I feel they could have like at least reached the later stages of the knockout rounds. And I feel for me, I think it's unfair to Nuno that he gets sacked. He gets to buy the players that he wants, and then they sack him after that, like a game or two, or like after the season started. Unono has obviously like improved big players like Morgan Gibbs White, João Neves, Pedro Neto, all those Portuguese players they had at Wolves, and now Elanga as well. Elanga has been quite a big player for Nottingham Forest. Chris Wood as well. Unono is a decent coach, man. He's a decent coach. Yeah, against when he was coaching Spurs, and obviously it didn't work out quite well for him. So I think this season he even came out himself that he said his relationship with the owner is not the same anymore, and not in a good way, in a bad way, and doesn't think it would improve again. Yeah, but that's when we saw about Kina. This guy is gone. Yeah, so yeah, man, it's a pity fit, and I hope he gets a decent job quite soon. But knowing the Premier League, you can expect him to get a new job in the Premier League within the next month. Yeah, so yeah, fit. How do you feel about that one, fit?
Yeah. Yeah, dog. As much as there were murmurs and rumors that him, as well as your guy Edu weren't getting along, which means him and the owner are not getting along. Like I didn't think it would lead to him getting sacked. Yeah, I didn't think it
Yeah.
would hit because like it doesn't seem sensible because the guy last season the guy was basically in and around fourth the whole season. Obviously, in the tail end of the season, they dropped three more places and they went to seventh, right? Conference League. But I feel like that was even a good finish for Nottingham Forest. So then, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously they got good players for Nottingham Forest in the
They
transfer
do.
window as well, and they've got a good team. Elliot Anderson, who's also been rewarded with the England call up. They kept Gibbs White. They've got solid players. So you would thought maybe okay, this is a season now of consolidating and building. I know maybe another European place might have been hard. I know that they've got an
Yeah.
ambitious owner, that Greek guy, but I feel like Ununo was the guy to lead that project, man. Because I compare this legendary right to West Ham sacking David Moyes because you always want
Yeah.
to change. You want to change something that's working for something that's because now you want a quote unquote better brand of football. And I don't think
Yeah.
he was playing very bad football or a terrible brand of football to begin with. But it's just like I don't get it, Brian. I think as much as I say this, there will be a team to watch this season. I said it, so thinking that he'll be there. I'm not too sure now with Ainge Postecoglou if they're gonna be or excite me as much because they might be
Yeah.
exciting attacking me, but Nottingham Forest were also like a very defensively sound or sound team basically with Nuno. But now with Ainge coming in, I really don't know because that guy, he prioritizes attack, eh? And obviously, we've seen that with Tottenham. But what do you make of him coming in now? Who ain't supposed to call Gumaji?
Obviously, there were rumors of him joining Bayer Leverkusen in the Bundesliga, and now obviously Bayer Leverkusen went for the other guy. Um, like with to be honest, fair to like Postologo, I'm not a big fan of him. Yeah, at Celtic, he played a good brand of football, but it's easier to do that in the Scottish Premier League when you're coaching Celtics. Yeah, but in the Premier League, we saw what happened with Spurs. Yeah, they won the Europa League against your team, United, but but I'm not a big fan of him, man. Like now, especially if he's playing the open brand of football with Spurs, a bigger team than Nottingham Forest. Um, what will he do with Nottingham Forest if he's playing the open brand of football? Because now it's Forest, a smaller team. You understand? I don't know if they have better defenders than Spurs, maybe individually, but as a unit, we don't know. If it's still Nuno, defensively as a unit, in Nottingham Forest is stronger, much stronger than Spurs. Also the last season. But now with Nancy Upostolo coming in, someone who plays open brand of football, someone who likes to play on the front foot, um, I don't see fair to. I guess it's a good thing for the attacking players, yeah, but again, go defensively, are they going to be solid as they were in the past 2 seasons? I don't think so. I can see them
That,
leaking many goals. I can see the centre backs trying to play out and making a couple of mistakes during games. But yeah, like I guess only time can tell. Fit. We'll see how it works out. But I'm not as confident anymore in Nottingham Forest, like finishing in those European places. Never.
that's that's correct, Maji. You've hit it in the head, and I agree with you when you say that because even when Tottenham were good, like the season before they won the Europa League, because last season they were terrible. Like they always conceded goals. Like you score
Yeah.
goals but concede. They always conceded one goal. But how much more now is Nottingham Forest when they concede that first goal, or even like just concede a goal? Like you don't know will they be able to put it back now because, like you said, obviously like Tottenham's a bigger team, so maybe they could do it a bit more. Come back from behind, also just score more goals. But obviously, Nottingham Forest have very good attacking players, and they've got very good defensive players. But I don't know, like
Yeah.
when you look at Ainge Postecoglou, like as much as that owner wanted him there, he doesn't seem like a Nottingham Forest manager. He doesn't seem to fit these brand of players. So, but it's a question that we'll see answered in game week. This game week coming against
That's game
Arsenal,
week, yeah.
and the other game weeks as well.
You
And the
see
other
that
game weeks
the
as
thing that
well.
sucks now is that whole new manager bounce thing, and it always happens to us.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, hey man,
Okay. Let me ask you this then before we wrap up the Postacoglu chat. Out of 10, ne, what is this? What is this rating? High? I'm sorry, appointment rating. Are you giving it out of 10?
5
Yeah, me
or
too,
maybe
bruh. It's
5. Yeah, 5. It's
yeah.
like it's
I
here
think
and there. Like
5. If I have to be, if I have to be like then super honest, I'll give it a 4.5 because of
yeah, I
I know
was
he won
thinking
it. I
that
know
as
he won
well.
the Europa League. He won the Europa League, but he had finishing 17th. I don't care how many injuries you have, that you can't finish 17th at Tottenham. Sorry, what 16th? Yeah, 16th. Yeah, my bad. But yeah, that's it. And yeah, 4.55. Like even as you can see, our body language is not like,
Yeah.
oh, Postecoglou. It's like, wow, okay, you know.
Do you know? Funny enough, Pietro, if they had to get Ten Hag, they would have done something. Pietro. For some reason, I think Ten Hag could have done something with them. But yeah,
Do do
it's a pity.
do Do you know what I was thinking actually? Because I thought because now Mourinho obviously got sacked by Fenerbahce. He got sacked by Fenerbahce, and this owner seems like he's that type of guy to make a rabbit out the hat type of
Yeah,
appointment. So I thought he'd go big with Mourinho because Mourinho did say that when I do manage the Premier League again, because he does want another job in the Premier League, it will be at a club like Everton, West Ham, Nottingham Forest, so like those type of teams. So
and it's not like
I thought
Nottingham Forest is bad players. They actually have good players, fit, and Mourinho could as well do something with them, especially like Europa League. Yeah, bro.
correct, correct, because yeah, it just seems like it kind of needed a manager because you can see Nuno. Obviously, he's a bit different to Mourinho, but he does have those similar traits in the sense of
Yeah,
let's be sound, and let's play like a team and make sure we're a team. And yeah, first defensively solid, and we'll build from that. But yeah, four
no
point
way.
five five. That's what I'm going to give it, my G. Hey, my
No way.
G.
Same here.
Thank goodness. Obviously, we had tried to plan. We had tried to do this show last week when the transfer window had closed, but obviously we had technical issues. But yeah, finally, my dog. There's no more here we goes now. It's football first
Yo,
now. Football first. No more here we goes. But yeah, I'm so happy that it ended. I just got tired of reading transfer news, man, on the timeline. Now having
yeah.
to dissect players that maybe we've read about or don't know about or what we think. So it's like, yeah, break from that. Let's watch the football now. So I'm glad it's over, my
Yeah,
G.
Fit. Like it's tiring. Fit. The transfer window is very very tiring. Fit. Especially like right at the beginning. Yeah, as well, okay, it's gonna be long, and you're gonna hear so many here we goes, and most of them are not gonna work out for your team. Okay, like they'll be false. Kapa, your best players they are rumored to join Madrid. Kapa, it's like it's tiring, dog. Like you said, that's why I'm not like fasting. Sana plays, then we done, then we buy okay, I'll transfer car for everyone actually. You know, but yeah, I'm glad
And
it's finally closed and we're gonna get to like the real football.
yeah, sorry, big dog. You know what? And that's the one part of the football, like, what's this? The football was this ecosystem that I don't like the most. I actually hate it, Brad. Like, it's what comes with transfer window. You have these accounts that have blue ticks or the blue bird, whatever you want to say, who want to generate like likes for money and stuff like that. To
Yeah,
just make fake rumors and things like that, man. It's so tired. Like, just grow up, bro. Like, come on. I,
yeah.
I hate that part the most, bro. Like, I really, really, really
Everyone
hate
has
that
been
part the most.
ITK fit.
Yeah, bro. I really hate that part. But obviously, Big Dog, transfer window ended. Are you happy with your team's business?
Yeah, I'm happy fit. I'm happy fit. I think Eze was the last one that I hoped we'd get, and obviously we got him. Now it's just a pity now we're getting more injuries again. But now with those injuries, I'm not as stressed as I was last season or the past 2 seasons, because now we have sufficient cover. Yeah, well, Saliba I think is out for like 2 or 3 weeks. We have Mosquera to cover there, a very decent player, centre back, 21-year-old. Unansika. Who's this guy? Calafiori is back as well. It looks like he's up and running. Musaka is injured, but we still have Matueke, who has been doing a decent job actually in the past 2 games. Yeah, but Harvest is injured, but who's there? Kakioris, he's there. He can step up. So I'm happy, dog. I'm happy for it. Yeah, I'm happy for it. I can't complain actually. Like, well, props to Henri Berter, and props to the Kroenkes as well for supporting our supporting director and Mikel Arteta.
Hey,
And I know I was
you
crashing
were,
out on I was crashing out on the timeline that say we're gonna see Eze joining Spurs, and then we're not gonna get anyone because now obviously we were rumored to get Rodrigo, and I knew in the back of my mind, but I think that's a bit far fetched. Yeah, if it was a loan, I could have believed that, but a buyout, I didn't believe that. And I thought, because we're also getting like news from those guys can depend on when it comes to transfers, that I think Arsenal are done in the transfer window. They might get a left winger, they might. I was like, nah, fuck these guys, dog. Like I say, how many times are we gonna let transfer windows pass without us signing what we need? Yeah, but and that was a left winger because we already had a striker. But otherwise, 10 out of 10 window for me.
yeah. Okay, before I speak on my window, do you think a Chelsea fan, Man City fan, Newcastle fan, Spurs fan, I'll leave Villa because they're not happy with their window. Do you think they, Liverpool fan as well, do you think they're happy with their respective windows?
Liverpool's happy. Chelsea is very happy. Newcastle, not as much. Well, they might have replaced Isak, but I think they could have done a bit more because remember they've been rejected by all these players, Mbuemo, all of these guys, Sesko. Yeah, but yes, they got Wisa, they got the striker from the Bundesliga. I forgot his name. They got Ilanga. So I don't think they're that happy, but yeah, like I think they'll do okay. United, definitely you guys are not happy. You guys could have done more, and you should have done more, especially in the midfield area, because now you left with no options again. It's going to be Bruno and Casemiro once again in the Premier League. I think we also have Umain. Is Meno still there?
Yeah, he's still there, he's still there.
But I don't think you guys are happy. But other than that, everyone else in the top 7, I think they could be happy. I think they're happy for it. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, yeah, I
But
was about to
fair to
say, I'm
like
not.
when it comes to you guys, fair to like what's going to like yeah, these guys from Ineos, they made promises. They went back to the academy, the facilities, they improved the facilities. As you saw, Carrington looks pretty decent now, the inside at least. Um, what do you think was stopping them from doing more in the transfer window, Fit? Especially
I
addressing
just,
the defense and the midfield?
yeah, I think I kind of, as much as obviously you've seen my tweets and what I say to you that I'm not happy with our midfield. I think we just addressed attacking. This transfer window really was an attacking window for us. Front three, but maybe even cover we don't have. I think we're at a point where Man United can't flex their muscle in the transfer window, because we still have
Mm,
financial issues. We missed out on the Premier League. We missed out on Champions League and European
mm,
football. That's a big miss. So we also have like just financial issues. So I do understand, like like from a business aspect as to why we didn't go out and flex our muscle to get like a Baleba who we're being linked to very
yeah.
very very closely and stuff like that. I still think we're going to get a big play, a big signing of midfielder in, I guess, the next big window. But I don't think now, because we couldn't address all our issues in one window. So I do understand that. But also, I actually like the approach that, um, I guess, Ineos took this window. In this window, that if you don't get your first choice targets, leave it, because there's no point in getting someone like an Ugarte again who is just going to disappoint you. You're spending 53 million. You're wasting money. And I think
Mm,
if you look at Liverpool, um, when they won the league, they didn't sign any players because they missed out on, let's say, Zubimendi, who they really really wanted. You understand? And they're like, you know what? Obviously, they didn't know the season was going to go so well. But they were like, you know what? Rather than us spending 60 million, let's just leave it. We'll work on our target throughout the season. We'll scout our targets and get them for the bigger window. You understand? So I do understand that standpoint. Yeah.
But you can't compare yourself yourselves to Liverpool, because you guys you need players. Liverpool could have
Yeah.
they went to a season without buying anyone, but they still had Abu Salah, they still had Trent, they still
No,
had Unai Van
I
Dijk,
totally,
and then you guys
I,
need.
to, I totally get that, big dog. But I'm at the point of where now, when I support United, it's like I don't have the I don't think this season we're gonna make, like I told you, we're gonna make Champions League to begin with. I don't. I think for them, their their target is, I guess, European football. I guess Europa League. But I do understand what you were saying from the outside looking in. Go get someone. If you're not gonna get your first choice target, go get someone in. But I don't think that someone would have amounted to what they wanted, basically. You understand? I'm not making excuses for them, because obviously I also want the midfielder in. Because I mean, look at our midfield, bruh. Like, going into the Manchester derby, it's probably going to be Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes. That's a midfield too, bruh. And they're both over 30 years old. So yeah, so it's just, yeah, it's obviously, I'm not happy with the window. If I'm answering you that, but I do understand some of the moves that were made. And you know what? What actually makes me happy, bruh, is the players we let go of. Obviously, we didn't get like a direct fee initially for them, but Hoyland left. He's got a obligation to buy. Anthony left for a fee, and I think we're gonna get. And you already know Anthony is gonna ball at Betis, and then we're gonna get
Yeah.
half of that. So it's like, okay, we're letting go of quote unquote the dead weight, but let's just see how it goes. How it goes. So
You
for
see,
me,
with you
yeah,
guys,
yeah,
the way you guys are going, we might even see Rooney's son starting soon in the starting lineup.
true. Nah,
You guys have no
that's
players,
actually
but like you say, we might see that kid
that's
starting soon for United.
That's actually true, bruh. But I don't. I think maybe I'll save this episode. I'll save this question for you for the next one. But don't answer now as to what is happening with Kobe Mainu and why is this manager not playing him. You
Oh
understand?
yeah,
But
sure,
I'll ask you this again, like
sure.
after this game week that's coming. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's good, Machi.
Yeah, I'll ask you after the game week. So, big dog, who do you which top three? Sorry, which teams do you think were the top three in this window?
I'll go for number three. I'd say Arsenal, number three.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, let me say Chelsea number three, Arsenal number two, and Liverpool number one. I'm putting myself as number two because I feel like we addressed the issues that we were worried about coming to the new season. Obviously, those the left winger, the striker. Yeah, those were the two main like positions we had to fill in. Yeah, but obviously the centre mid as well. So with addressed that with Zubimendi, even with Eze as well, because Eze I think is going to play the left wing position and the midfield position. With Chelsea, they'll always spend, but I feel like they've bought decent players, like good players that can make an impact in the starting 11. Ohato, I'm excited to watch him in the Premier League. Young boy from the Ajax Academy. So I'm excited to see him. Um, Liverpool, Liverpool just went and blew out everyone out of the water. Fair to like Isak, Kekes. Who else did they buy? Uverts as well.
Ekitike,
They bought Frimpong. Frimpong are still, I'm
Ekitike.
still a bit, yeah, etiquette as well. Frimpong, we'll see. But then Liverpool have no excuses. Liverpool are actually ruining football.
But yeah, big dog. You know what? For me, they can do whatever. A team, from what we should notice and realize is that football clubs will do whatever they want to do in the football window, and we must stop watching Arsenal. Arsenal must stop watching Man U because, like you said,
Yeah,
Jigilas Villarreal. Because Liverpool, my biggest beef with Liverpool fans and Liverpool is like they like acting like they're the only football club that has a connection to the soul of football, bruh. Every football club, like every football club has a connection to
Yo, those guys,
soul of football. Like that's just my biggest beef with them, bro.
they
Just
one of the
because you
worst
guys
fans
think,
ever, fit.
yeah, just because you guys sing "You'll Never Walk Alone" doesn't mean that you guys don't sing "North London Forever" or we don't sing "Take Me Home to Manchester Road."
It's say,
Oh, so it's just like like now, like if you're gonna go signing for signing, and also the way that you guys maybe criticize Pepe and they criticized Paul Pogba. Nah, don't say
yeah,
Visney's time. Don't say Visney's time, bro. You signed £200 million players, two, not one,
in one
two
window,
in one
dog,
dog.
in one window. Those
In one
guys,
window.
they spent half a billion, fit. They spent half a billion. Do you understand, brother? Those guys spent half a billion. Yeah, but they also got that center back, young center back from Italy, who was playing the
Yeah,
Serie A.
Leone.
But Liverpool, fair to I don't care what the fan base says. They have no excuse. They should be winning everything on the table. Everything. They should be winning everything. Premier League, win a Carling Cup, win a FA Cup, and the Champions League. If they don't, it's a disaster.
Because I mean, they like if you look at it from a spending standpoint, they outspent every team. Like Spain, as a whole, I think a whole like they spend more than the whole
Yeah.
league in Spain. So yeah, it's crazy, my G. Is the top three side for me? Yeah, obviously Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool won the window. But I don't know. I had nothing for us to having a great window, bro. Nothing for us at a great window.
They,
But now it's like,
they had a
oh, you
great
kind of
window, if
ruined
I
it.
won't lie. They had a great window. I think they would have been in my top five. If there was a top
Yeah,
five, they would have been probably number five or something. They had a great window
yeah,
because they've added like good quality players. So don't make it here. Hutchinson, Douglas Luiz, the couple of players from Brazil as well. Chris Wood is still there. So fair to they had a good window though. It's just a pity like no had to leave.
yeah. And I also want to see. I think for me, the for me one of the top signings was Dan Dway from Bologna. Obviously, Eze going to Arsenal. That's like quality, elegance, and flair as well. Going to
Yeah.
North London. Just who else can I think of? Yeah,
For
Tottenham. Did
me,
Tottenham sign anyone? Oh yes, Harvey Simmons, Chelsea. Obviously,
mm,
Chelsea. But obviously, I don't want to speak about Chelsea, Liverpool because that's very obvious. I think
mm.
Bemu going to Mbenyo and Cunha as well. So yeah, those are the ones that
I'm
for me.
interested to see. I'm actually excited to see the new striker Newcastle signed. The guy from the Bundesliga. I keep on forgetting his name, Fid, but he's like 6 foot
Walter,
nine or something. But
Walter Mada,
yeah,
something like that.
he's such a tall player,
But
Fid, but he
but
looks silky on the ball, bruh.
but wait, do you see what one of the Bayern Supremos, Uli Hoeneß said? He's like, that guy is not worth £70 million,
He's,
and there's no
he
way we're
wasn't
ever
worth
gonna.
it. He wasn't worth it, Fid. But yeah, like it's football, dog. Like so, you have to pay the money to get the player for Ninebo. But I'm really excited to see how he's gonna do in the Premier League, especially playing with Luisa as well. Because that guy, if you to the striker, is quite silky. I've watched. Okay, I'm not gonna lie and say I watch. I've never watched games. Probably, I think, a couple of German games, if I'm not mistaken, but not
Mm.
fully though. But I've just seen like highlights, man. But obviously, like yeah, I can see how he is on the ball. He's quite technical. He's quite flashy. He's able
Sorry,
to move around the field.
I've never seen him play, but does he give like just on the ball? Does he give Kai Havertz, Bayer Leverkusen, Kai Havertz vibes on the ball?
Yeah, you know that lanky player who can move. Yeah, but he does give you that vibe. And also, Umchita, to ask him who's his favorite player of all time, Umchita said it's Kai Havertz. So yeah,
They
but that
love him,
explains
bro.
it, bruh.
Even Verts was like, "That's my OG. I love him. That's my
Yeah,
OG."
dog. And say people are like, I'm telling you, Havertz, fit. That's a baller right there. But fit for
Bro,
me, like one of the
bro, whoa, wait. You were when you was at Chelsea as well, but Terera was now. So don't say you at
I'm
Chelsea.
not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie and say Umchita, like I was his biggest fan at Chelsea. I was a big fan of him at Leverkusen because remember they used to still show the Bundesliga on I think ESPN or Super Sports. But when he went
Yeah,
to Chelsea, he sucked. When he came to us, he started off like a bit sketchy, but then Umchita like he balled for it. He scored like vital goals, yeah, boy, and I can see his work as well, yeah, boy. But for me, like out of everything besides my team, yeah, boy, the one signing that I'm like very excited about and happy about, and probably my favorite signing made in the Premier League is Granit Xhaka to Sunderland. Fit. For me, that's my favorite. Like that's my favorite transfer. Fit. Yeah, favorite transfer in the Premier League, though.
And to be fair, you were never, even when Shaka had the armband, you were never Shaka out. You understood why he was
I was never,
captain, and
dog.
you understood. Yeah, but
That's my
okay,
general.
yeah.
That's my general right there, Fit.
I wanted
You
to
you
ask you.
you guys you guys could have done with Granit Xhaka actually.
We could have really. Nah, we could have. We really could have.
Serious.
We really could have. We really could. But let me ask you this, ne? Okay, transfer window is closed. We've given out top 7 predictions. Are there any changes you'd make to our top 7 predictions now, or Kanye still the same?
I'm trying to think. What's my number? What's my number
You
7?
had number 7 for you was Spurs or Newcastle, I think. Spurs, because
Yeah.
you had United 5, you had
Would I make a
Spurs, yeah,
change?
Spurs 6, Spurs, yeah,
Would
Newcastle
I make a
7.
change? If there is one change, ne, I think it would be United. Probably out of the because I remember I had United in number 5. Yeah, boy. And I know I said just based off the front three that you guys have, yeah, boy. But yeah, since you guys are leaking goals, yeah, boy.
Yo,
Like,
bro.
and I'm not as well. Yeah, I'm cheater. Like I Tim Beast, man. That the guy. I think Fair
Like,
Tunchita is not gonna make it to December. Fair to like at the
you saying,
first 3 games you guys played. Yeah, the first game you guys played against us was good, but the next two, yeah, Mashita, come on.
you saying that December, bro. There's 2 more international breaks, bro. And you know what I've been saying to you. There's no time. I will repeat this again, and look at me straight in the eye when I say this. There's no time for this manager, big dog. He's playing Man City now. He's playing Sunderland now. He's playing Chelsea now. Forget the 4th game. There's no time, bro. And he was lucky to win against Burnley because to me,
You might
I
even
thought
lose
it would
against
give
Sunderland.
Saka. Hey.
You might even lose against Sunderland.
Yes, bro. I mean, people will think, and for me, if we can lose to Grimsby Town, Burnley almost like snatched the point at Old Trafford. So it was not a full conclusion that we can beat anyone. And I told you this that United are not better than Crystal Palace. We're not better than Nottingham Forest, and we're not better than Fulham. I told you this. Remember, I told you this from Gameweek 1.
Yeah.
My,
Yeah.
only my heart was saying that we'll finish number 7, but we're not better than those teams, bro. From what I'm seeing so far. But I think, yeah, I think question mark on Crystal. I might swap Crystal Palace with United actually. Crystal Palace with United because Glasner, bro. Glasner is doing things that are now. I know it's very very early in the season, but he's a very very good manager and a good coach.
Yeah.
And I think in the window he was going to get another move to a bigger team. That's what I think. So question mark between those two, United and Crystal Palace. But yeah, big dog. We're almost going to wrap it up now. But obviously, it's like obviously we're approaching another game week. I'm just gonna run through the games, and then you're just gonna give us the winner, and I'll do the same. Eh? You can give a score as
Yeah.
well. So the first game, Emirates, Nottingham Forest, versus Arsenal. Arteta versus Postecoglou. Who do you think is gonna win that one?
Arsenal win.
Okay, Arsenal win. Yeah, I think Arsenal win. I think Arsenal win like 3-1, 3-0. That's what I
Yeah.
think is gonna happen. Bournemouth, Brighton. Bournemouth, Brighton.
I'll go for Bournemouth. It's
Yeah, I
actually
think
it's a derby. I'm gonna go for Bournemouth.
it's Bournemouth. It's Bournemouth at Bournemouth, ne? So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Bournemouth here as well. They beat Spurs in the last game. Very just disciplined performance from them. Got the first goal early, like first
Yeah.
5 minutes into the game. Newcastle Wolves. Newcastle need to get points now. Hey, they're in 2 points now so far.
Yeah.
But they're playing at
I'm
St
not
James's Park.
Newcastle though.
Yeah, big dog. This one I actually want to speak about. Not speak about, just touch on it here. Everton versus Aston Villa. Who do you think wins? It's at Everton Stadium.
I think Grealish has given Everton a big boost fit. Um, he actually he performed very well on his debut match. Um, Everton, David Moyes back at Everton, new stadium. I think they'll try and make themselves very tough to beat at that stadium. So I'm gonna go for Everton. Fit. Like for some reason, fit with Aston Villa. I don't know, man. This season, fit. Like I feel like this is a
Yeah.
season
Can I
where,
can, can I
yeah,
can I just speak on there because that's why I wanted to ask you. I think it's
mm,
gonna be a draw this game. I don't see if there is a winner, it's Everton. But I wanted you to just see your body language in your face when you
mm,
speak about Villa because we thought about Villa. Yeah, I think they've been killed by PSR this past window. They obviously didn't get
mm,
the players that they wanted to get, and the mood. Apparently, some of the players now are beginning to question Unai Emery and his ways
yeah,
at Villa. So I wonder if there's a bigger story to that as well because you can see now it's like, yo, bro, like it's only Morgan attacking wise. It's only Morgan
mm,
Rogers. Ollie Watkins now also wanted to leave as well. And
mm.
he's also getting older now. That excitement is not
They
there
signed
anymore. You
Sancho,
understand?
but I don't think that'll be enough.
Nah, come on, Sancho, bro. Nah,
Yeah, you never
Sancho.
know. For a big fish in a small pond.
Maybe you can bring Sawidi there. That's the big fish there in that small pond. Yeah. Uh,
Nah, but
Crystal.
I'll go for an Everton win, fit.
Yeah, I say a draw. They'll get a point, but it can look in these next games. It can look a bit spooky for Unai Emery, and
Mm,
Unai Emery, Brad, like he can even get sacked this season. Don't know. I
yeah.
think he can even get sacked this season. Crystal Palace versus Sunderland at what is Crystal Palace Stadium now? I forget
Sellers
what's that
Park.
mistake?
The
Tennis
Sellers
Park,
Park.
yeah. Obviously, Saturday games, but they will
Mm,
it will be rocking because they've got European football this
yeah.
season, so they will be rocking at night. But
For,
Sunderland,
for that one, I'm gonna go high scoring through. You said
okay,
Palace versus Sunderland, ne?
yeah, Paris Sunderland.
Yeah, high scoring through, fit.
Nah, I've got Palace winning this one. I think it will be like 3-1, 3-2 type vibe. And then Fulham versus Leeds, they're playing Craven Cottage. Craven Cottage, excuse me.
Nah, Fulham. I think they'll just be too strong for Leeds.
Okay, yeah, me too. West Ham, Tottenham at London Stadium.
Yeah, this match. Yeah, he taught he West Ham, bruh. Yeah.
I thought, sorry, I
Now,
thought Graham Potter was. I
unfortunately,
thought Graham. Yeah,
unfortunately, I'll go for Spurs.
yeah, me too. Especially because they lost the last game. So this is the after
Mm,
the break. So I must get the points back. I thought it was over
yeah,
with for Graham Potter. I still think it will be over with for Graham Potter by the end of the
yeah,
season. But I thought if he didn't, he's lucky he won that game against Nottingham. It was a good performance from them actually, West Ham. But
yeah.
I was surprised. I was very surprised. Brentford, Chelsea. This is at the Brentford Stadium. I forget the name of the stadium.
I'll go for Chelsea. That
Yeah,
that guy
Chelsea.
cooking is a Keith Andrews, the new coach of Brentford.
Yeah,
He's not gonna lose there. He's not gonna lose.
yeah. So yeah, Chelsea. I think, and obviously Chelsea score more than one goal in all their games from now what
Mm.
I'm seeing. So they're gonna score. Liverpool, Burnley. This is at Burnley Stadium, Turf Moor.
I know Burnley are playing at home, but this might be scary for them. I think we'll see a high scoring high scoring win for Liverpool.
Do you think Isak starts on the jump, or do you think he'll be
Nah,
brought in on the bench?
I think we'll be putting in the second half. I think we'll start the
Okay.
next game at Anfield.
And to wrap it up on Sunday, last game, Man City, who have lost two back-to-back games against Man United, who are higher than them so far in the league in the table. So what do you think
Mm.
wins that?
I'll go for United for this one.
Funny,
Confidently.
funny enough, funny
Confidently, I'll
enough,
go for
big
United
dog.
for this one.
Funny enough, I agree with you. And also, I think they've lost Turkey now. I'm not gonna count Turkey because I think Turkey is a squad player. Mamouche looks like he has a knock from the internationals. But yeah, man, like I said to you, I think City's still gonna do well, né? But the players that they've signed this window are not like the other players that they've signed. And these guys must prove
Yeah.
themselves whether they can be, City players, because City for City it was like almost like United of the past. It's league or bust, bruh. I don't know this thing of them
Yeah.
finishing third or fourth. It's league or bust. But yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't, yeah. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I also got a sneaky feeling that we can win this game. I don't know why, but I do have a sneaky feeling that we can win this game. But yeah, big dog. Let's wrap it up there. Another nice episode. We finally, not fine. Yeah,
Last one.
Yeah.
Last one. We have the MTN 8 final this weekend. Pirates versus Stellenbosch. Who are you going for?
Obviously, Stellenbosch. Obviously, Stellenbosch.
Okay. Now I'll go for obviously my team. I have to back my team. Another one.
It would have been so nice.
to
It
back.
would have been so nice if it would have been so nice, man. Because Pirates have a following in Cape Town. Put this game in Cape Town, bro. It would have been so nice, bro. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it would have been
like,
great because I also believe Stellenbosch also could have had enough fans to fill their own section.
exactly.
Yeah, but again,
Exactly.
man.
Anyway, the Pirates and Chiefs play. Obviously, they dominate via fans, so it wouldn't been a bad thing. But okay, it's in Mbombela, ne? That's it. It's a bit of a distance for Stellenbosch fans, but it would have been nice for it to be maybe in PE or
PE could have been better.
Yeah. But yeah, big dog. Obviously, I'm not going to wish you well for that game. I hope you lose. I hope Kansas Chiefs still get the 3 points when we come back. Obviously, next week. We're doing quite well. And we signed, though. Hey, and Chiefs, we're a heritage club. We Patrick Mayo's son is now playing at Kansas Mayo, Kansas Chiefs. Fabian McCarthy's son, Heritage Club.
Aiden McCarthy.
Heritage
Chiefs need to come in. Chiefs need to get their shit together, Fed. And a good Chiefs is good for the league.
I saw the funniest tweet ever. Like, I don't know who it was, but it was our mutuals, ne? Just people wrap it up. Like, they were like, yeah, Chiefs is like, okay, Chiefs now is doing well, like first 3 wins, ne? And I think it was season actually. Like, they were like, okay, yeah, we made you basically. Pirates made Kansas Chiefs.
Yeah.
Right? And then that guy responded that deadbeat father wants to claim his son now. It killed me so. It killed me so much.
I saw that tweet. I saw that tweet.
Yeah, but yeah, let's wrap it up there, big dog. Obviously, there's no excuses, big dog. Ne? No excuses. You know the theme for this season. No excuses. Hey, good luck to you guys. Also in for not you guys only, but to the Champions League playing teams. I'll be watching from my couch, scouting there.
You can support Arsenal, Machi.
No. What do you mean? I'm there, most. Inter Milan. I must link my wounds now and go again. So I must link my wounds and go again. But yeah, let's wrap it up there, guys. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Guys, thank you for actually watching, guys, because we actually growing, getting more followers, and we're getting more views. So thank you very much for that. We'll wrap it up there. Peace.
Bitch, I be leaning on tour. Bitch, I be leaning on tour. It's all. Bitch, I be leaning on tour. Bitch, I be, yeah. Bitch, I be